And Namaste everyone. I'm Junusha Poudel from Central Department of Botany, Tribhuvan University, Kathmandu, Nepal. Here I am going to present my research having the topic Stakeholders' Perception and Participation in Invasive Alien Plant Species Management in the Protected Areas of Southern Lowland, Nepal. Biological invasion, one of the major threats to people and nature. Globally, economic cost of biological invasions in protected areas amounted to $22.13 billion in between 1976 and 2020. As you know that the protected areas plays a key important role in biodiversity conservation, but nowadays they are facing the spread of invasive alien plant species. Similarly, perception of the stakeholders is very important. It helps to understand the behavior towards the IAPS and also helps to develop the effective management strategies, which resulted the maintenance and the preservation of ecosystem services as well as human well-being. Nepal, one of the small landlocked country. 29 IAPS are recorded in Nepal. Nepal ranked third globally for potential risks from invasive species to its agriculture sector. Nepal consists of the 20 protected areas and 23 invasive alien plant species recorded from the protected areas of Nepal. Out of these species, lantana camera reported as the major IAPS invading the terrestrial ecosystem in different protected areas. The objectives of my research are to know whether the stakeholders are aware of IAPS or not, to identify the most problematic species and its impact faced by the stakeholders due to IAPS, to determine the management efforts for IAPS. Out of the 20 protected areas of Nepal, 5 protected areas that lies in the southern lowlands of Nepal were taken as the study area. They are Bankhe National Park, Chitwan National Park, Kositapu National Wildlife Reserve, Parsa National Park, and Suklafata National Park. The data were collected using the social survey methods, that is the focus group discussion and the key informant interview. Focus group discussion were organized with the members of buffer zone user committees. It comprised 5 to 10 people and 29 FGDs were conducted, which consist 180 participants. Similarly, KII was done with the park staffs and the chairman of buffer zone user committee. The data were analyzed using the descriptive statistics and scoring. Scoring was done to find out the major problematic species. Rank were given as top problematic species 3, less problematic species 2, and 1 for the very less problematic species. Species having the highest value reported as the most problematic species. Results. Awareness on IAPS. Are the stakeholders really aware on IAPS? Do they have the knowledge of IAPS? These were the questions that we asked during the survey. Highest percentage of FGDs reported that they even don't know the meaning of IAPS. That means they were unaware of IAPS. Whereas significant difference between the awareness on IAPS and the age of the participants were noted. That is, young participants found to be more aware on IAPS. In case of the major problematic species, 𝐒𝐭𝐚𝐤𝐞𝐡𝐨𝐥𝐝 reported as the major problematic species in the natural ecosystem, followed by the lantana camera and Chromolina odorata. Similarly, in case of the agro-ecosystem, Azaradum houstonianum reported as the major problematic species, followed by the Argemone mexicana and Parthenium hysterophora. Now let us look what are the impacts of the major 4 problematic species. Highest percentage of the FGDs reported that the main impact of the Azaradum houstonianum is it increases the weed problem. Whereas the 𝐒𝐭𝐚𝐤𝐞𝐡𝐴 and the lantana camera played a vital role in reducing the forest regeneration. Similarly, the main impact of Gromolina odorata, according to the participants of FGD, were reduction in the native species abundance. Moving to the management efforts, what are the management practices did the stakeholders use? Highest percentage of the FGDs reported that they were managing the IAPS by operating it manually. And very few of the participants reported that they prefer to use medicines, that means the weedicides, for the control of IAPS. And similarly, on the update about IAPS, participants of the KII reported that there was no any update in the last 2 years about IAPS from the main office. As we know that the allocation of the budget for the management of the IAPS is very essential for the control of IAPS. Here, according to the participants of KII, highest percentage of the KII reported that there was very insufficient budget that were allocated for the management of IAPS, whereas there was no any activity included in the buffer zone user committee's operational plan, and they even did not receive any support, that means the financial as well as the technical support to control the IAPS. So, insufficient funding, lack of the activity included in the operational plan, and lack of support for IAPS management in the protected areas reported as an obstacle to effective management. The conclusion of my research are low awareness persists among the stakeholders in the protected areas of southern lowland Nepal. Mycenium micrantha and the Ageratum houstonianum found as a key problematic species. Manual uprooting is the primary management method. Funding for the IAPS management is inadequate with the limited inclusion in the operational plan. And the recommendations are policy measures and the community education are recommended for the effective management. Here are some of the references. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Thank you.